Welcome to the Sportscast, your weekly source for Locksport news and sometimes interviews. This is episode 45, recorded April 10th, 2021. I'm your host, Charles Current. In today's episode, Mul-T-Lock's new branding strategy, U.S. Department of Energy overview of locking systems, first lob Grom pick, first pick of the Opnus TEX, first pick of the Matura Champions C55, a belt ranking website, new lockpicking101.com Discord, picking a lock underwater, Locksport without tools, lockpicking criminals, sales, and giveaways. You can find the audio version of this show on most podcast apps and at thelocksportscast.com. You can find the video version on YouTube. Links to stories discussed will be in the show notes. YouTube and some apps don't allow good show notes with links, so you can always find full show notes with all the links at thelocksportscast.com. First off, we'll start with some announcements. HVLogic was kind enough to let me know that during the change of hosting providers, the Overcast app stopped working with the locksportscast.com. Evidently, they dropped the listing completely. So I was able to work with them and get the show back on Overcast very shortly after he let me know. So thank you, HVLogic. I really appreciate you letting me know. Otherwise, people wouldn't be able to reach the podcast. On a positive note, the Lock Sportscast was finally approved on Pandora. It only took 3/4 of a year. So first up in the news, SecurityInform.com published an article on the 8th of April entitled Mul-T-Lock Unveils New Branding Strategy. They say Mul-T-Lock has unveiled a new integrated brand strategy to boost brand recognition and create clear product hierarchies for consumers. The new brand strategy includes a united logo, new platform names, an updated color scheme, and new packaging. As part of this rebrand, the patented platforms have been renamed structurally to clearly demonstrate the value of each product. Platforms will be represented by the name MTL something 100, where the something is an ascending number in according to value, they say. So some examples of that, we have the MTL 200, which is a medium security, high quality mechanical product, they say. They say it is the first SON key platform of Mul-T-Lock, patent pending, based on a special key profile. Basically a standard pin tumbler with 6 pins and standard and spool drivers. The MTL 300 is a patented from day one based on unique telescopic pin implementation on the 7x7 platform. 6 solid pins, the 7x7 pinning system, and 1 new telescopic pin, it says. The MTL 400 is just a rebrand of the Classic Pro. The MTL 500 is fully backward compatible with the previous MT5, it says. And the MTL 600 is a rebrand of the Interactive Plus. The MTL 800 information was sent in to me by PyroLock on the Discord, and it is said to be a fully backward compatible with the previous MT5 Plus. The only obvious difference is they've included a split alpha spring, which is probably just enough of a change for them to keep it under patent. While trolling the Discords, I found a post by Obrotund. It says, spamming this here too, especially beginners might find it useful, although even if you're deep into this rabbit hole already, you'll likely run into something of interest. You can find a document titled Overview of Locking Systems here, and they provide a link, which I will also include in the show notes. It says, it's a US DOE, which is Department of Energy, /Sandy Labs document from 1993, about 90 pages, and is basically a tutorial on everything you'd want to know about locking systems. How different lock types work, which factors affect security, including things like door jambs and hinges, how different types of combination locks work, how electronic locks work, what sort of attacks there are, vault construction, and so on and so on. So, like I said, link in the show notes if you want to go check that out. It's a pretty hefty document. In other news, the Sparrows mystery item that I mentioned in the last episode has been revealed by both Bosnian Bill and Panda-Frog. Turns out to be just a fancy mortise lock holder called the Trophy Sphere. So you can check it out. Bosnian Bill's video is 1879 Sparrows Trophy Spheres. Panda-Frog's video is his English 168 entitled Lock Picking Sparrows Mystery Item, aka Lock Grenade, aka Trophy Sphere, and a free scepter. So if you're interested, go check those out. In community news, I've got another sad start to the news. We have an obituary out of Casper, Wyoming, from the Casper Star Tribune. It says, Michael Donald Stanley of Casper, Wyoming, passed away suddenly on March 24, 2021, at the age of 21 in Rapid City, South Dakota. Michael was born September 16, 1999, in Casper, Wyoming, to Ralph and Susan Stanley. Michael graduated from Natrona County High School in 2018 and from Casper College in 2020 with an associate's degree in engineering and mathematics. He was attending South Dakota School of Mines and Technology, pursuing a degree in mechanical engineering at the time of his passing. Michael was an Eagle Scout and was very active in his church, Our Savior's Lutheran, acting as assisting minister, singing in the choir, playing in the handbell choir, and helping with the monthly food distribution. Michael was an active mind and a quick wit. He could teach himself almost anything by watching a YouTube video. He taught himself lock picking, clock repair, how to play the mandolin, how to solve a Rubik's Cube in under 25 seconds. He loved animals of all kinds, music, metalworking, and the Golden Girls. Michael was preceded in death by his maternal grandparents, Don and Julie Gray, and his paternal grandfather, Carl Stanley. He is survived by his parents' brother, Gabriel, paternal grandmother, Virginia Stanley, and numerous aunts and uncles and cousins, all of whom love him dearly. And it wraps up by saying, and if they ever lose the key to the pearly gates, they won't need to worry. Michael can probably pick the lock. So I thought it was quite a touching obituary, and I don't know that anybody in our community actually knew him or knew him by his real name if they did, but it was obvious that he spent time at least watching our videos to learn to pick, and he was a hobby lock picker, so I consider him part of our community, and I just wanted to read that to all of you. Moving on to better news, 3 raccoons in a raincoat has been the first to pick the Lob Grom. The description of the video says this is an interesting lock. I haven't been able to find much information on it or find a video of it being picked. It's not too challenging other than the long reach required to set the internal side. Either side individually is relatively trivial, but the design would likely add a level of pick resistance in an installed lock. I would love to gut this, but unfortunately, it cannot be done non-destructively as the clips are crimped in place. It definitely has a couple of spools, and the tolerances are okay, but not exceptional. And this thing, evidently from the external side, the key has to go all the way through the external and internal cylinder, so it's got this ridiculously long key, and he had to make a custom long pick to be able to reach all the way through that keyway and pick. Oh, and a custom tensioner. Pretty interesting. And Artichoke 2000 and Logan's on Discord were kind enough to share with me that CK was the first to pick the Opnus Tex, or TEX. The video is entitled Opnus Tex Picked and Gutted, and Artichoke's description was, this first pick is bonkers. I've never even heard of this lock. It's a rekeyable bilock Medico hybrid. I suppose that's the best description I could make of it. I recommend you go check the video out to see how this thing is built and how it works. Quite interesting. And it appears Michael Gilchrist, aka Norland, was the first to pick the Matura Champions C55. The description from his video that is entitled Matura Champions C55 Eurolock Cylinder Pick and Gut. The description reads, an interesting Italian lock that has a special rotor mechanism working with the sidebar. This lock has 3 rotors that work with a sidebar and 6 top pins, one of which is an interactive pin, which means it has a moving element on the key that allows the pin to be lifted higher than it normally would. This is the first time this lock has been picked on video. So another interesting lock picked for the first time. And you can check that out, link in the show notes. Grain and Rice shared a post that was made on Reddit last or about a month ago, by a user, Emma Muna 95. I'm sure I butchered that. But this person has been leading an effort to create a page that helps catalog the locks listed in the belt system. And I'll just read a bit of the original post here to give you an idea what the thoughts behind it are. It's called Belt Ranking Website. It says, "Hi guys, I was wondering if something like," and then a link to the website, "could be worth it to improve the usability when searching for locks to buy. Of course, several features could be added, i.e. an Amazon link, a spec summary, estimated price, the country of manufacturer, a per user tracker where everyone can track each pick lock, filters, etc. In this regards, the first help needed, no coding required, would be to fill in the database with the name, image, and other info about the locks. And there's a link to the GitHub repo and some instructions on how to add to the database if you're interested. It's a really cool site. It's got several features of, it's kind of a pictorial reference of locks, and you can see what their belt color is, how much they normally cost, where they come from, and some of them even have links to places to buy them. So pretty cool. Check it out if you're at all interested. And Panda-Frog, in response to HVLogic's hashtag HVLogic 250 giveaway, where he says you have to pick a lock from about a meter or 3 feet away, Panda-Frog decided to do that underwater in his video, lock picking, hashtag HVLogic 250, picking a Mintcraft M1 underwater and 1 meter away, dive and pick. Now that's a challenge. Underwater from a meter away. Panda-Frog loves a challenge, I guess. Anyway, I thought it was an interesting video, and you should probably go check it out. And I ran across lockpicking101.com has a Discord server. I hadn't been over to the forum in a while, but it looks like in February they opened up a Discord server, and links to the invite will be in the show notes. So I recommend, if you're into the whole Discord community, it's another good one to check out. That's actually where I found the overview of locking systems post, was on the lockpicking101.com forum. A quick reminder, Tool US board elections are taking place right now through April 23rd. So if you are a member of Tool US or you've been thinking about becoming one, now is probably a good time to get over there and sign up and vote. Also, a reminder that Tool UK is hosting virtual lockpicking evenings through their Discord server. And I'll just read one of the reminder posts to give an idea what that's about. It says, "Where on Tool UK Discord server in the relevant voice channel, whoever wants to come and join us. Bring pics, a mic, and a cam if you like. What? Mainly chatting about locks and failing lockpicking. Sometimes locks get picked. Why? Because you might find it fun, and we're nice people. When? Wednesdays." So go check that out if you're interested in actually talking to real people instead of just chatting on text. Looks like there have been some new records on SpeedLocks.org. On April 9th, Panda-Frog posted that we've got a new first record for the Lockwood 356S63 from at Lemon at 6.9 seconds, and a 4-year-old picked the Master number 3 in 18.6 seconds. A new record for the Lockwood 334B45 with spool drivers from at Lemon in 2.166 seconds. A first record for the Master 141 from at Somebody in 2.739 seconds. And a new record for the Master number 3 from at Kraken in 0.72 seconds. Congratulations on all those super fast picks. We have a new black belt picker in the ranks. The post reads, "Please welcome at bat to the rank of black belt. He went the hard route and took the long journey through 6 black belt level locks, including the ASA Twin Combi with gins, the ASA Twin V10 with barrels, the ASA Twin 6000 with gins, the Zeiss Icon SK6 extra code, says guessing he must like the top pin / side pin style of locks, the 12-pin bi-lock, and the Zeiss Icon WSW interior. Congratulations to At Bat. Very well done. We also have some other belts to announce here. Lockfinity is now purple. Sep Clues is purple. I'm going to clean this one up. Goose Poop is brown. And Tales from the Crypto H is brown. And the Real Slim Lemon is now brown. Congratulations to all of you. Now it's time to say thank you to the people that made this episode possible. We'll start off with the founding executive producers. At the $25 level, we have BillN. At the $5 level, we have Medler, Panda-Frog, Michael Gilchrist, Starrylock, Williams Brain, Dave to be deciphered, Lee Bond's Locksport Journey, Pat from Uncensored Tactical, PH Picker, 3 Raccoons in a Raincoat, and Chirael. Thank you to all of you for helping to pay the bills. We have the content producers. The chief content producer for this episode is Panda-Frog. He was nice enough to supply the most information for this particular episode. That's how you get that title. The other content producers for this episode are Artichoke 2000, Chirael, Grain of Rice, HVLogic, Joshua Gonzalez, Logan's on Discord, Michael Gilchrist, Pocket Woman, PyroLock, Roon, and Starrylock. Thank you to all of you. You keep the show going too, because without you, I wouldn't have enough information to make a episode of any length. And just remember that this show is only possible because of your support. So if you're getting value out of this podcast, please help support it. The most important thing you can do is sending in Locksport information. I say it over and over again, but every person has their own little haunts in the Locksport community. You might be in the Discord most of the time, or you might be on the Reddit most of the time, or maybe you're in one of the tool chapters, or you spend more time on YouTube than some of us. What you see and you think everybody knows, people in other parts of the community might not know. So I don't care if you think I've seen it, that everybody else has seen it, send it in anyway, because a lot of people haven't. Everybody gets a distorted view of what's out there because they're in their own little circle, but they might not hear about other stuff. So if you've been hearing stuff on this show that you didn't already know about, that's because somebody else from another part of the community decided to share it. So please do the same. Share your information. You can share it at podcast@locksportscast.com or go to thelocksportscast.com/support. Don't forget to share the podcast with your lockpicking friends, either online or in person. If you do it and you tag me in the share, or you give the information, I'll make sure to get your entries into my giveaway. You can also leave a review on your favorite podcasting platform or a comment and a thumbs up on YouTube. That helps people know that it's a quality podcast and to subscribe. You can also donate on Patreon or PayPal. And if you do go through the Patreon route, you will get a private RSS feed so you can get the episodes early. Some quick updates on the state of the podcast and the webpage here. I'm continuing to update the resources page on the locksportscast.com. You can find that at the locksportscast.com/resources. Currently on there, I've got the Discord servers, the forums, the websites, subreddits, Facebook groups, live streams, and a few other web pages. Pretty much anything I find useful or interesting, I just keep adding stuff on there. I know there's probably stuff that isn't there. If you see something that you think should be on there, go ahead and let me know, and I'll make sure to get it on. If you would like to send me some feedback, you can go to the locksportscast.com/contact. There is even a forum there that you can use to send me anonymous information. It will ask for me email, but you can make something up. I don't care if you want to be anonymous. If you want to rebut something I've said on the show, you're welcome to submit a note, a video, or an audio recording. Please keep it reasonable length, polite, work and family safe, no politics, no drama, and I will share it on the show. Let you have your voice. And I thought I would share something here real quick that I thought was an interesting resource. Zfiend, a lot of you know him from Tool UK, wrote a new article last month, said, here's an article I wrote for people who want to get into Locksport but can't acquire tools for legal or other reasons, and it's entitled Locksport Without Tools. And it's a few ways to get into Locksport if you're not allowed to have lockpicking tools legally. And there are some workarounds, namely combination locks. So go read the article, check it out. And now it's time for this week's crazy locksmith story. This one reads, a man called me and said he was locked out of his car and it was running. When I got there, his car was sitting in the driveway. I said to him, don't you have an extra key? He said yes, but it was in the glove box. I opened the car, got paid and left. 2 weeks later, I got the same call. When I got there, I looked at him and said, an extra key in the glove box? He just looked at me and said nothing. I opened the car and he shook my hand and said thank you. I never got a call from him again. Extra key in the glove box. That's thinking ahead. Our first lockpicking criminal story is out of Chico, California, from the Chico Enterprise Record, entitled Suspected Dewey Leads Chico Police to Possible Stolen Mail. Police arrested a man on suspicion of driving under the influence and possession of stolen mail on March 31st. The police received a call of a person unconscious in the driver's seat of a running vehicle. The driver was initially uncooperative, but soon agreed to leave his vehicle. He was given a field sobriety test due to signs of being under the influence. He was then arrested for suspicion of being under the influence of a controlled substance while operating a motor vehicle and sent to Butte County Jail. A search of the vehicle turned up hundreds of pieces of mail that were not his, including a set of shaved keys and a lockpick set, according to the police. The stolen mail was returned to the U.S. Post Office to be redelivered. Our second story is out of Santa Monica from the Santa Monica Mirror. It says police arrested 3 suspects in a stolen vehicle with burglary tools. The police this week arrested 3 suspects for charges ranging from possession of burglary tools to motor vehicle theft. According to the police department, on Monday, officers on patrol spotted a male suspect standing in a carport peering into the rear window of a parked Honda Civic. Upon further investigation, they discovered the Civic was stolen. In addition, there was a second person inside the vehicle. The 2 suspects were found to be in possession of multiple keys, a 12-inch crowbar, and a lockpicking kit. The police said the driver of a white Pontiac with temporary Texas plates seen parked just a few feet from the incident was found to be working in concert with the 2 individuals. Upon searching the vehicle, officers located burglary tools including a Sawzall, typically used to steal catalytic converters, and a stolen Amazon package. All 3 suspects were from Los Angeles. Suspect 1 was charged with receiving stolen property, possession of burglary tools, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Suspect 2 was charged with conspiring to commit a crime, receiving stolen property, and possession of burglary tools. Suspect 3 was charged with taking a vehicle without consent, possession of burglary tools, and conspiring to commit a crime. The last story is out of Pennsylvania from the Slippery Rock University, the Rocket paper. Their police blotter, which is their police log of police incidents. On April 1st, Slippery Rock University police charged an 18-year-old with 2 felony charges of criminal trespassing stemming from an incident on March 27th. Police allege he broke into his ex-girlfriend's dorm room with a lockpick and took photos of himself in the residence to, quote, get a rise out of her. According to the affidavit, the suspect demonstrated how he picked the lock on his own bedroom door for the officer. Maybe that was supposed to be an April Fool's joke, but now it's 2 felonies. I don't know what the deal was. Not good plan. For sales this week. Shared on the Lockpickers United Discord about a month ago by Tumblr, but is still good, is a code for MegaDepot.com. 5% off $250 or more order of ABIS products. The code is ABU5 and expires on 4/30. The 3D Locksport code PACKLOCK10 for 10% off appears to still be good, as well as the code BuyMako for 15% off at Mako Locks is still good, as well as their link to the Black Friday specials, which will be in the show notes. uklockpickers.co.uk has 10% off with the code GIFT, and that is still good. In giveaways this week, the first is going to be by SlothPicker called The 7 Deadly Sins. It appears to be the first giveaway. And this video, the giveaway is pretty complex. I'll give a quick overview, send you over there to watch the video and check out the description for exact details. But basically, it's done in 2 rounds. The first round, you do a speed pick and submit it to SpeedLocks.org. And that gets you in the first round. The prize for that is one of 7 Master Lock 6835s that are all keyed alike. That first round ends 15th of May. Then the second round will be from those people that receive the 6835s, and they're going to have a competition on picking those. So go check it out. It's an interesting setup. I haven't seen anything quite like it before. So the video is called The 7 Deadly Sins #SpeedSloth, and the link will be in the show notes on the Sportscast.com. Panda-Frog has a #SpeedPanda1500 giveaway that he announced. Rules: must speed pick a lock according to the speed picking rules and submit it to SpeedLocks.org. The entry is valid when the speed pick is accepted by the admins. You must use the #SpeedPanda1500 in the video title and must promise to submit at least one speed pick with the ABIS 6560 for the #LOCO month May. There are going to be 4 winners. You each get ABIS 6560 and a Panda-Frog coin. And that's why he's saying once you win, you have to promise to do a speed pick of that 6560 that you win. Just something he wants to encourage you to get over there and do more entries into SpeedLocks.org. Roon doing the usual, giving away on Saturdays. He gives away challenge lock that he's picked the previous Saturday. And so go check out his Saturday videos for that. Panda-Frog also has his other monthly giveaway. The April giveaway is currently live, giving away challenge coins and random locks. Also has this month a mail-in entry for people without YouTube channels, so check that out. All the rules will be on his video. Go check out English. It's ENG-164. Lockpicking, giveaway rules, April, Locky Awards, and logo lock from Charles Buildscrap. That's me. Anyway, go check out that video if you want all the rules for the giveaway for this month, and the link will be in the show notes on the Locksportscast.com if you don't find it on your own. CLK Supplies constantly doing their weekly giveaways. If you're into the giveaway stuff, you should really check them out. They have some great prizes. Starrylock and Pocket Women are still doing the Shout Out Monday series. They highlight a channel every week with less than 100 subscribers. Each of them do a separate video highlighting a separate channel. They're trying to incentivize you to go over, check out the videos, comment on those videos by doing a 20-pound Law Lock Tools gift certificate that Starrylock buys and gives away every month. The Lock Sportscast, this show, does a Pack Lock a Month giveaway. I give away the Pack Lock every month to people who enter by sharing information with the show or sharing the show on social media and making sure to tag me so that I know they did it. So if you want a Charles Buildscrap padlock, go check that out. Well, just send me information and you'll automatically be entered. You might not know you're entered even, but you will be entered. Remember, this show is community supported. It relies on you, the community member, sending me information. Anything you have that's Locksport related. Even if you think everybody else has probably sent it in, chances are they think the same thing and they haven't sent it in. So send it to me at podcast@locksportscast.com or just go to locksportscast.com/support and you'll find all the ways to send your information. You can donate it if you want to, but it is not required. Thanks for all your support, and remember to keep it legal.
This podcast has no structure.